Coming up on Transformers University, the Autobots are under attack. Which Autobot has metal-rending fury? Find out as we cover the final installment of the S.T.A.R.S universe right now on Transformers University. Hello, my friend, and welcome to episode number 138 of Transformers University. I am your host, Anthony Brucali, owner-operator, madman behind TFU.INFO, the website, the Toy Archive, this podcast, TFU News and Views podcast, and oh so much more. And I want to welcome you to episode number 138 of Transformers University. Today, we are talking about North America, Mexico, and Canada very briefly. And then we are wrapping up the S.T.A.R.S continuity, the mail-away packaging continuity, and kind of a micro-continuity within G1. Talk about what was available for mail order in 1988 and what it cost, what that equates to in 2024 money, and all sorts of fun descriptions of these guys as we look at these two very quick pages of toy catalog, I guess, mail-away catalog. These things are always fun to get. I always liked getting these. And if you want to catch up, the last time we did a S.T.A.R.S episode was episode number 99. Now, this one is very light on story, and we'll get to that in a second. Let's first address North America outside of the U.S., Canada, and Mexico. By 1988, the output from the U.S. had synced up with Canada and Mexico. So they got the same exact toy line as the U.S. did, though Canada did get multilingual packaging, I assume. So there's not a lot to talk about in terms of those countries. No exclusive figures, no neat things that happened either north or south of the border. So that takes us to S.T.A.R.S, which is a very brief set of offerings. All figures that have been offered in S.T.A.R.S before, though some removed from the catalog going into 1988. Now, this catalog features the headline, "The Autobots are under attack." It features some of the same art from the 1987 catalog where Thundercracker is attacking Cosmos, Warpath, and a yellow cliff jumper who's actually Hubcap driving along the side of a cliffside road on a mountain. As far as story goes, that's on page 2 on the flip side of the catalog. And it's called In the Quest for Power. And I'll read it to you. The Autobots' fuel supply is running out. A full-scale attack by the evil Decepticons has left the Autobots' energy levels dangerously low. With nowhere else to turn, a squad of Autobots have set out in search of new power sources. But Decepticon spies uncovered the Autobots' plan and are launching a sneak attack. Will the Autobots complete their mission? You decide. Prepare yourself for the battle. And then further down it says, prepare yourself for the battle of the century with your own collection of Transformers vehicles. Each one changes to robot and back and makes a great addition to your Transformer forces. All right, with the fiction portion out of the way, let's talk about the offerings. So offered in this mail-away were a number of items, a number of figures from the years, mostly from 1984, 85. And it starts with the one big one, Megatron. Now, Optimus was offered in 87, no longer offered in 1988. His flavor text reads, "This diabolical fiend is the mastermind behind the Decepticons' evil attack. The high-powered weapon with removable scope and barrel converts from a frightening particle beam cannon to a devastating Decepticon robot. Megatron is 2150 plus 5 robot points." So, converting that to 2024 money, 2150, you base that off the inflation calculator, 2150 in 1988 would cost 5580 in 2024. So surprisingly, on par, almost exactly, with modern leader class toys. So just keep that in mind. I think that there's some other factors to consider when you're talking price and what that means in terms of value for your money and price within the scheme of everything else. But roughly the same price as a leader class toy from today. Interesting to note that Optimus was removed. They must have sold out or was just done not to compete with the Power Master figure that was also being offered that year at main retail. Now, at a slightly smaller price point, we had Thundercracker. And once again, Thundercracker returns in his mail order. They must have had a lot of leftover Thundercrackers to do this for so long in the mail order, as we'll see with most of these figures. And this one says, this lightning-fast fighter plane leads in the aerial assault against the Autobots. His energy zapping abilities add to his destructive firepower. Thundercracker is $10 plus 2 robot points. Now again, factoring modern prices, if we calculate $10, it is roughly $25.96. So actually, this is where things kind of get interesting, because $25.96 is about the cost of a deluxe figure in 2024. So Thundercracker, which should be a scale up, should be a Voyager class, is actually at the deluxe price point, give or take, right? So it's $24.99 for a deluxe these days. Also at that same price point is Reflector, who's also being offered. The final time Reflector is being offered by mail order, as this is the final mail order offer. His flavor text is, "This Decepticon menace was the first to uncover the Autobots' heroic plan. Disguised as an ordinary camera, he is really 3 evil robots in one. Reflector is $10 plus 2 robot points." So final time to get Viewfinder, Spectro, and Spyglass. The only toy that was an exclusive mail order figure throughout the range of G1. And again, at $10, it's roughly $25 in modern money. That takes care of all the Decepticons available. 5 if you count Reflector as 3. 3 separate items is a bit more on the Autobot side. And we'll talk about it right after this. Hey, want to help out this podcast or the website TFU.INFO? There's a number of ways you can do it. Let me tell you how. You can help us directly by joining our Patreon and enrolling as a student at Transformers University. There, you'll get early access to the podcast as well as exclusive behind-the-scenes peeks and perks for as little as $1 a month. Sign up is quick and easy. Just swing on by to www.patreon.com/TFUINFO. Another way you can help us is by using our Amazon link, www.tfu.info/Amazon. Type that into your browser whenever you want to shop at Amazon, and a portion of what you spend will be contributed back to us. It's that easy. Finally, you don't become the world's longest running transforming toy archive without some help from other fans. We're always on the hunt for photos of figures and accessories we're missing from our pages. If you'd like to contribute, go to tfu.info/help for a list of what we need, or send an email to info@tfu.info. tfu.info, the Alpha Trion and Omega Prime of transforming toys. Now, back to the show. All right, so we'll pick up with the Autobots, and there are several Autobot cars available this way via mail order. The same Autobot cars that were available a few years prior. It's actually how I got some of these as a kid, particularly Wheeljack, my favorite character. And Wheeljack is the 4th item in this list. He is fast and he is powerful. This sleek, high-tech sports car battles the Decepticons and transforms into an awesome Autobot warrior. Wheeljack is $8 plus 2 robot points. So the Autobot cars are $8 in this mail-away catalog, and at $8, that puts them at $20.76 in modern money, so roughly the price of an Earthspark deluxe figure in modern times. Now also available, Mirage, Sunstreaker, and Ratchet. Let's read what they are, how they are described. Mirage roars into battle and takes the Decepticons by storm. This high-performance race car can outmaneuver anything on the road. Mirage changes to robot and back and is $8 plus 2 robot points. Now flipping to the other side of the catalog, we have Sunstreaker. Sunstreaker rockets to the rescue. This road-ripping race car turns into a heavily armed robot. Sunstreaker is $8 plus 2 robot points. I don't know if I call him heavily armed, though he does have the shoulder missiles and the spring-loaded missiles, and the firing fists. So maybe. Ratchet has the most interesting of the descriptions, as Ratchet is packed with power. He tackles the enemy with metal-rending fury. Ratchet converts to a robot and is $8 plus 2 robot points. I never really saw Ratchet as furious and angry, but I guess. Fun thing to note here is the cross version of Ratchet shown in the images. I don't know if they were selling him at that time. I'm pretty sure they had stopped after 1984, so they're reusing old stock images to create this catalog. Finally, we have 3 mini-bots available. We have Cosmos as as mentioned in the artwork, and it's the same in the artwork. So Cosmos provides aerial reinforcement for the Autobots. This high-tech spaceship uses its advanced tracking systems to pinpoint the enemy at any location. Cosmos turns into a robot and is $3.50 plus 1 robot point. So $3.50 in 1988 money would be $9.08 in 2024 money. So actually less than, by a lot actually, by 25%, less than a core class Legacy or Studio Series figure. Also available, Cliffjumper, though he is yellow and it's actually Hubcap's toy. Cliffjumper leads the Autobots into battle. This high-flying Autobot uses his front-mounted blasters to lay the enemy low. So I guess Hubcap or Cliffjumper have front-mounted blasters on the front of their headlights, their fists. I don't know, but Cliffjumper is $3.50 plus 1 robot point. Finally, Warpath. Don't let his size fool you. This all-terrain combat tank converts to a fully loaded, battle-ready robot. Warpath is $3.50 plus 1 robot point. And as the 10th and final item available on this, plus there is a special offer which is listed as item number 11. You can order all 3 mini-bots and save a couple of bucks. That would be $9.50 plus only 1 robot point versus the 3 you would need to get them individually. And $9.50 for the 3-pack in 1988 money is $24.66. So a 3-pack of mini-bots for about the price of what you would get for a deluxe in modern money. Also missing of note on here is the S.T.A.R.S playset. That was the last available for the last time in 1987, not carried over into 1988. I guess they had sold out of them by then. Other thing worth noting is the address that we talked about in episode number 99 of that used to be Hasbro Direct's offices in Columbus, Ohio, and is now a gym. Has been changed on this order form and has become a P.O. Box. So it's P.O. Box 6148, Columbus, Ohio, zip code 43081. I'm going to assume Hasbro still has that, but if you have that and you're getting mail to that from Hasbro Direct, I'm very sorry for you. Also of note, shipping and handling for this entire order, no matter what you ordered, was $1.50. And it did require you to figure out your applicable sales tax. Unlike today, when you pay sales tax for pretty much anything you've bought online. Back then, if it was crossing state lines, you didn't have to pay sales tax. So only the folks in Ohio probably had to pay sales tax on this one. That was where it would be applicable. And there you have it, the final installment in the S.T.A.R.S micro continuity. And yes, I know it was a quick one. We've got so much more for you coming up on Transformers University in our next episode. So what is it? Well, find out after this. Thanks for listening to the show. Stick around to hear what's coming up next episode. But first, I want to fill you in on a few ways you can stay in touch with the show. Want to be on the show? Leave us a voicemail at 702-763-4838. That's 702-POD4TFU. Or send an email to info@TFU.INFO. Be sure to catch us on Twitter at TFU_info and on Facebook and Instagram under the username TFU.INFO, all one word. Also, please subscribe to our YouTube channel, youtube.com/TFU.INFO, where we post all of our podcasts, plus special video segments, reviews, and live coverage of Transformers-related events such as New York Toy Fair and New York Comic-Con. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Please visit us at www.tfu.info, the world's longest-running transforming toy archive. Coming up next time on the show, we go back to Japan. As we cover 3 of the final 6 episodes of the Headmasters cartoon series. What other wackiness ensues as this program wraps up? As they wrap up the final storyline, we've got Target Masters now, we've got Duocons. What's left? Well, you have to stick around and find out next time on Transformers University. Until then, I am your host, Anthony Brucali, owner, operator, madman behind TFU.INFO. See you.